my girlfriend said. You are my business partner, not my boyfriend. Know your place, I said. I understand my role now. Thanks for clarifying. When I discovered she had been telling her 50K followers she was single and self-made while pocketing donation money meant for rent help, I decided to deliver some business news during her biggest sponsored stream. Here is how I exposed her fake streaming empire live to the internet. So I am Tony, 28. Work in network security. Been with Maria for about 14 months. She is 25, started streaming full-time 8 months ago after quitting her marketing job to pursue her passion. When Maria first mentioned wanting to stream, I was actually excited to help. I know the technical side, good equipment, proper lighting, network optimization, seemed like a fun project we could work on together. The first few months were great. I helped her pick out a camera, set up her lighting rig, optimized our internet for upload speeds. We would brainstorm content ideas over dinner, and I would help troubleshoot technical issues. But somewhere around month 4, the dynamic shifted completely. Tony, I am trying to record. Can you be quieter in the kitchen? Sure, no problem. Week later, I need you to run errands during my streaming hours. The audience cannot hear background noise. Month 5. We need to move my setup to the living room. Better, natural light. Our entire living room became her streaming corner. I got relegated to the bedroom and kitchen during her 4-hour daily streams. It is temporary, she would promise. Once I am established, we can get a bigger place with a dedicated studio. But instead of including me more as she grew, she started treating me like hired help. Tuesday evening, she needs a new webcam because her current one doesn't capture her aesthetic properly. The Logitech Brio Pro is $300, but it is essential for my brand growth, she explains. Scrolling through streaming equipment sites. That is a lot for a webcam. Tony, this is an investment in our future. You said you wanted to support my dreams. Our future. I thought you wanted me to stay quiet during streams. Don't be dramatic. You are part of this business. You just have different responsibilities. What responsibilities exactly? Technical support? Equipment procurement, maintaining the streaming environment. You are like my IT department. That is when she said it. You are my business partner, not my boyfriend. Know your place. I stared at her for a solid 10 seconds. I understand my role now. Thanks for clarifying. Something in my tone made her backtrack slightly. I didn't mean it like that. You know, I appreciate everything you do, but the damage was done. She had just reduced our relationship to a business transaction where I provide resources and she provides. What exactly? Wednesday, I started paying closer attention to her streams. Never really watched before because I was usually working or giving her space. Pulled up her channel during lunch break and watched her interact with viewers. Chat was asking about her setup, complimenting her equipment. Thanks. Loves. I saved up for months to afford this camera. Being an independent content creator means investing in quality. Saved up. I bought that camera 3 weeks ago. It is so inspiring how you are building this all yourself, someone commented. That is what drives me, she replied, proving that a woman can create something amazing completely on her own. On her own. I literally configured her entire network setup, bought thousands in equipment, and pay for the internet that makes streaming possible. Chat was full of comments about her being self-made and independent. She just smiled and thanked them for recognizing her hard work. Friday's stream included donation alerts. People were sending money for various reasons, supporting her content, helping with expenses, just because they enjoyed her personality. One donation caught my attention. $50 from someone named Tyler Faystreams. Oh my gosh. Tyler, you are an angel, Maria gushed. Independent creators like me really struggle with basic expenses sometimes. This means the world. Independent creators like her, I pay our entire rent. Every month for over a year. I started taking notes. Weekend streams revealed more concerning patterns. Multiple viewers asking if she was single. Her response, I am married to my content right now. No time for relationships when you are building an empire. Married to her content? We have been living together for 14 months. Someone asked about her living situation. I have my own place. It is small, but it is mine. Working on upgrading to a bigger studio space soon. Her own place. It is our apartment. I am on the lease. I pay 2/3 of the rent because she claimed streaming income was irregular. Monday, I did deeper research into her channel analytics and donation history. Average of $200 per week in donations. Many specifically marked rent help, grocery money, or bill assistance. Over the past 4 months, $3,200 in viewer donations for living expenses. Expenses I already cover entirely. Tuesday, I confronted her about the donation situation. Maria, I noticed people are sending you money for rent and bills. Yeah, isn't that sweet? My community really supports me, but I pay our rent. I pay our groceries. I pay our utilities. It is not that simple, Tony. That donation money goes toward business expenses. Business expenses like what? Equipment upgrades, software subscriptions, promotional materials. Can you show me receipts for these business expenses? She got defensive immediately. I don't have to justify every purchase to you. That is my business income. But you are telling people it is for rent when I already pay rent. They want to support my basic needs. It makes them feel connected to my journey. Your journey of lying about paying for things you don't pay for. You don't understand the streaming industry. This is how content creation works. I realized Maria had completely rewritten our relationship in her mind. In her version, I was business infrastructure, not a partner. Our apartment was her studio that I helped maintain. Our shared expenses were her business costs that I helped cover. But what really bothered me was how she was exploiting her viewers' generosity. These people genuinely wanted to help someone they thought was struggling independently. Instead, they were funding her pocket money while I covered her actual expenses. Update 1. So I made a decision that would change everything. Maria had been promoting her biggest stream ever for weeks, a sponsored event with a gaming company. Her largest audience, yet potential new partnerships riding on the performance. Perfect timing for some business news. Friday, I prepared my strategy. Wouldn't sabotage her stream maliciously, but she had positioned me as her business partner. Time to make a partnership announcement. Saturday afternoon, Maria's getting ready for the big sponsored stream. Full makeup, perfect lighting, professional setup. Remember, I need complete silence for the next 3 hours, she told me. This stream is too important for any interruptions. Absolutely. She started streaming at 2 p.m. I watched from my laptop in the bedroom as her viewer count climbed higher than I had ever seen. Chat was moving fast. Lots of excitement, regular viewers bringing friends, the sponsored company promoting the stream on their social media. Perfect audience for a business update. Around hour 2, during a natural break between games, I made my move, walked into the living room holding a folder of documents. Sorry to interrupt, Maria, but we have some important business matters to discuss. Her face went white. Live viewer count, 8,200 people. Tony, I am in the middle of a stream. I know, but as your business partner, I thought your audience should hear this update directly. I positioned myself where the camera could see me clearly. Hi everyone, I am Tony, Maria's business partner. Chat exploded. Maria was frantically trying to signal me to leave while maintaining her smile for the camera. So I wanted to address some confusion about Maria's business model. I continued. See, many of you have been generously donating money for her rent and living expenses. Tony, please, but I think there has been a misunderstanding. I actually handle all of Maria's rent, utilities, groceries, and equipment costs. She is not financially independent like she has been telling you. The chat went ballistic. Thousands of messages flooding in. What? She said. She was single. Who is this guy? In fact, I said, opening my folder, I have records showing that over the past 4 months, you have donated $3,200 for expenses that were already covered. Maria started crying. You are ruining everything. I am just clarifying our business arrangement. You said I should know my place as your business partner, so I am being a good partner and keeping your audience informed. Chat was in absolute chaos, people demanding refunds, asking if this was a scam, expressing betrayal about the single lifestyle narrative. And just to clarify the relationship status confusion, we have been living together as a couple for 14 months. Maria, did you want to address why you have been telling people you are single? The viewer count was still climbing as people shared the stream link. This was going viral in real time. I hate you, she whispered, barely audible. That is not very professional business partner communication, I replied. Maybe we should discuss dissolving our partnership. I walked over to our internet router. Actually, let me handle the technical side of this business decision. Unplugged the Ethernet cable. Stream died instantly. Maria's career died with it. Update 2. The fallout was swift and devastating. Within hours, clips of the stream were everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube compilations. Streamer exposed by boyfriend for donation fraud was trending. Maria's sponsors saw the clips immediately. 3 companies dropped her before Sunday evening. Her streaming platform launched an investigation into donation fraud. If viewers donated for specific expenses that weren't real needs, it violated their terms of service. Maria spent Saturday night crying and trying to damage control on social media. "There has been a misunderstanding about my business arrangements," she posted. "My partner handles some expenses while I handle others. This is normal for content creators." But the internet had already decided. Comments flooded in from viewers who felt deceived. "I sent you $50 for rent when you already had someone paying rent. You have been lying about being single for months? How many other things have you lied about?" Her follower count started dropping rapidly. "Lost 12,000 followers in 24 hours. Sunday I moved out. Found a studio apartment across town and hired movers." "Please don't leave," Maria begged. "I know, I said some terrible things, but we can work this out. You called me your business partner and told me to know my place. I am just following your business advice. I didn't mean it. I was stressed about the stream." "Which stream? The one where you told thousands of people you were single and independent while taking their money for expenses I actually pay. That is just content. You don't understand the streaming world. I understand fraud." Monday, her streaming platform suspended her account pending investigation. Tuesday, former viewers started posting compilation videos of her lies. Side-by-side comparisons of her claiming independence while I was visible in background reflections, or her talking about saving money while wearing clothes I had bought. Maria's web of lies got 200,000 views in one day. Wednesday, she got a job interview at her old marketing company. They said they saw the viral videos and couldn't hire me back. Bad for their brand image. "Maybe try explaining that you are an independent, self-made entrepreneur. This isn't funny. Tony, you destroyed my career. I provided clarity about our business arrangement. Isn't transparency important in business?" Thursday, the platform made their decision. Permanent ban for donation fraud and community deception. 3 years of building an audience. Gone. Friday, I got a call from Tyler Facestreams, the guy who had donated for her rent. "Dude, thank you for exposing that. I am a college student. That $50 was my grocery money for the week. She has been ordered to refund all the living expense donations. How much are we talking? Over $3,000 to about 40 different people. Does she have that money?" I laughed. "She spent it on clothes and makeup for streams." Update 3. A month later, the legal consequences intensified. Several viewers filed complaints with consumer protection agencies about donation fraud. She received a letter requiring her to refund all donations marked for living expenses within 30 days or face potential criminal charges. "Where am I supposed to get $3,200? She asked me during one of her increasingly desperate phone calls. "Maybe ask your business partners for help?" "I don't have any other business partners. You were my only support system." Correction, I was your funding source. There is a difference. Her attempts to restart on other platforms failed immediately. Her real name was connected to the fraud story, and new viewers would Google her within minutes of finding her content. "Isn't this the girl who scammed people for rent money?" became a regular comment on any platform she tried. She ended up moving back with her parents in another state. "I am 25 years old, living in my childhood bedroom because of you," she said during our last conversation. "You are 25 living in your childhood bedroom because you committed fraud and called your boyfriend a business partner." Her parents called me to apologize. "We had no idea Maria was behaving this way," her mother said. "We raised her better than this. She got caught up in the influencer culture," her father added. "Started believing her own hype about being self-made. They were helping her pay back the donation refunds to avoid criminal charges. We are disappointed in her choices," her mother continued, "but we cannot let her go to jail over streaming donations." 3 months after the stream exposure, Maria tried reaching out one final time. "I have been thinking about everything that happened. Maybe I did lose perspective. Maybe. The streaming world is competitive. I felt pressure to present a certain image, an image funded by other people's generosity and my bank account. I know I hurt people. I am sorry. Tell that to Tyler who gave you his grocery money. I have refunded everyone. My parents made sure of that." Good. That is what honest people do when they accidentally commit fraud. Do you think we could ever try again? I have learned from this. Maria, you spent 14 months treating me like an ATM with technical support skills. Then you publicly denied my existence while taking money from people who thought they were helping someone struggling. People make mistakes. Mistakes are accidentally double charging someone's credit card. Fraud is a pattern of deliberate deception, so that is it. Everything we built is gone. You are right. Everything you built is gone. Everything I built, my career, my apartment, my integrity, is doing fine. Final update. 6 months later, I ran into one of Maria's former streaming friends at a coffee shop. You are Tony, right? The business partner guy. That is me. I wanted to thank you, actually. Maria tried to get me to lend her money for equipment right before your stream exposed everything. You probably saved me from getting scammed too. Was she running the same game on other streamers? Oh yeah, she had talked about struggling to afford upgrades while hinting that successful creators help each other out. Very manipulative. Did other people catch on? After your stream went viral, a few creators came forward saying she had borrowed money claiming emergencies that never got paid back. Turns out Maria had been testing her manipulation tactics on multiple people, not just me and her viewers. The business partner comment wasn't a slip-up. It was how she genuinely viewed everyone in her life as resources to exploit for her streaming career. Today, I am in a healthy relationship with someone who works in it like me. We split expenses equally, support each other's actual careers, and neither of us has ever called the other a business partner. Maria's streaming career never recovered. Her real name is permanently associated with donation fraud in content creator communities. Last I heard, she was working retail and still living with her parents. Sometimes people ask if I feel bad for destroying her dreams, but her dreams were built on lies, funded by my money, and sustained by exploiting people's kindness. Real dreams don't require fraud to survive. The streaming industry has enough authentic creators. It didn't need another scammer pretending to be self-made while living off other people's support. Maria wanted to be famous for her content. She got her wish, just not the way she planned. The business partner comment made everything clear. In her mind, I was never her boyfriend. I was just another resource to exploit. Sometimes the best business decision is cutting ties with fraudulent partners. The viewers deserve to know where their donation money was really going, and I deserve to be treated like a human being, not a walking ATM with its skills.